Hello, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to another exciting video. Without further ado, let's dive into another round of news from America's team. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys' star quarterback, has recently expressed his frustration regarding the team's decision to part ways with head coach Mike McCarthy. Prescott had publicly stated that he hoped McCarthy would return as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. However, that won't be the case, as the team made the decision to part ways with McCarthy on Monday. Following the end of the season, the brass in Dallas held discussions with McCarthy about the future of the franchise, but couldn't come to an agreement on how to move forward. The Cowboys officially announced the decision with a statement from their owner, Jerry Jones. Throughout Mike McCarthy's tenure here, including the last several weeks, I have been very complimentary of the job he has done, Jones said in the statement. That has applied to our record over that time period, our team unity and culture, Mike's qualifications, and his track record of success. On a personal level, Mike is a tremendous human being. I have great respect for him, and he has led the team through some very unique and challenging times during his tenure. Jones continued to acknowledge that despite his admiration for McCarthy, it had become clear that it would be best for both sides to head in a different direction. Prior to reaching the point of contract negotiations, it became mutually clear that it would be better for each of us to head in a different direction, Jones added. I thank Mike and wish him, his wife Jessica, and their family the best. They have been a wonderful part of our community here. In reaction to the news, Dak Prescott shared his thoughts in a text message to Clarence Hill of the Dallas Morning News. I'm bummed because we built some things, Prescott said, expressing his disappointment. But I guess they couldn't reach an agreement. Despite his frustration, Prescott acknowledged that this is part of the business. It's the business, he said. I look forward to the future plan. Prescott has always been a staunch supporter of Mike McCarthy. As the most important player in the building for the Cowboys, especially after signing a record-setting 4-year, $240 million extension, Prescott went out of his way to back McCarthy during the Cowboys' tough 7-10 campaign. In December, Prescott told Jory Epstein of Yahoo Sports, I believe in him wholeheartedly. I don't want to necessarily get into the nuts and bolts of it all, but I think he definitely deserves a chance, another contract, and a chance to coach this team amongst more influence on his terms. That might be a good way to say it. Unfortunately, Prescott's season was marred by injury, as he was limited to just 8 games. He suffered a hamstring injury that required surgery, forcing the Cowboys to roll with Cooper Rush as their starting quarterback for most of the year. Trey Lance also stepped in for the Cowboys finale. Although Prescott will return for the next season, both Rush and Lance are set to become free agents. In other Cowboys news, Boise State star Ashton Jandy is making waves in the college football world and could be the first running back off the board in the upcoming NFL draft. The record-setting back, who nearly broke Barry Sanders' single-season rushing record, finished his junior season with 2,601 yards and 29 touchdowns, averaging a remarkable 7.0 yards per carry. Janty's ability to break off big runs and rack up yards has made him one of the most sought-after players in the draft. As the Cowboys hold the number 12 overall pick in April's draft, Janty has expressed his desire to play for Dallas. I would love to play for the Cowboys, Janty told Pat Doney of NBC. It'd be like a dream come true. Obviously, I used to play in their practice stadium and all our home games in high school. Even my freshman year, when we came down here for the Frisco Bowl, we practiced there again. So, it would just feel like I'm at home. Janty further added that he believes the Cowboys have always had a good running back, and when they do, the team plays better overall. This could make Janty a potential spark for the Cowboys offense, especially since the team struggled in the rushing game this past season. Dallas finished near the bottom of the league in rushing yards per game, ranking 27th in the NFL with just 100.3 yards per game. The lack of a consistent running game had been a major issue for the Cowboys offense, and Janty could provide the boost they need. The Cowboys have had success in the past with selecting running backs high in the draft. In 2016, they drafted Ezekiel Elliott with the 4th overall pick, and he led the league in rushing twice before his rookie contract was up. However, Elliott's return to Dallas this season wasn't as successful, as he averaged a career-low 3.1 yards per carry and finished with just 226 rushing yards. Despite this, Rico Dowdle emerged as a solid lead back for the Cowboys, cracking 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. Dowdle rushed for over 100 yards in 4 of the final 6 games of the season, and although he's set to become a free agent, Dallas is likely to try and bring him back after his breakout season. As the Cowboys look to the future, there is also speculation about their next head coach. The franchise may turn to a familiar face, but not necessarily the one generating the most buzz in NFL rumors. Preliminary talks have reportedly been held with Colorado Buffalo's head coach Deion Sanders, also known as Coach Prime. Sanders has expressed that he's torn about the idea of leaving his current position to coach his former NFL team. To hear from Jerry Jones is truly delightful, and it's intriguing, Sanders told ESPN's Adam Schefter. I love Jerry and believe in Jerry. After you hang up and process it and think about it, it's intriguing, but I love Boulder and everything there is about our team, the coaches, our student body, and the community. While Sanders has expressed interest, ESPN's Dan Graziano predicts that the Cowboys will go in a different direction. Graziano believes that the Cowboys may hire former offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, who served as the team's offensive coordinator from 2019 to 2022. Moore, now the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, has a deep connection with the Cowboys, having played for the team from 2015 to 2017. Moore also spent time as the team's quarterbacks coach and later as offensive coordinator. He's interviewed for head coach jobs in the past and is currently on some teams' interview lists for this cycle. The Cowboys' search for their next head coach is still in its early stages, and we don't know how extensive their interview list will be once they begin the process in earnest. However, Moore's previous experience with the team and his relationship with Dak Prescott could make him a prime candidate for the job. What's your opinion? Who do you think would be a good name for the next head coach of America's team? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates. See you in the next video. Coach jobs in the past and is currently on some teams' interview lists for this cycle. The Cowboys' search for their next head coach is still in its early stages, and we don't know how extensive their interview list will be once they begin the process in earnest. However, Moore's previous experience with the team and his relationship with Dak Prescott could make him a prime candidate for the job. What's your opinion? Who do you think would be a good name for the next head coach of America's team? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.